Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, rise and shine with Hezokuai land. What's up, everybody? How you doing this wonderful Valentine's Day morning? Happy Valentine's Day to you guys. Love you all so much. Right off the bat, before I even started, I got $50 super chat from Corrections 101. Thank you so much. You're definitely entered into the Voodoo doll raffle. For those of you who don't know what that means, I'm sure everyone here already knows, but we got these voodoo dolls that were handmade from custom from Salacious. A fan of the show. She gave me 2 of them. I'm giving one of them away next month. And I'm going to pick a name out of a hat, and the names are going to come from anyone who donates to the channel, any amount. You could win one of those. You could win a copy of my book. You could win some of my Frauditor versus anti-Frauditor, I guess, cards set. All that good stuff. So anyway, hello, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day, and let's all see who came to join us on this beautiful Valentine's Day morning. We got Nancy Marcho was first, Little Chihuahua Big World. What's up, Jimbo Machine Head? We got P. Barnes is second. Let's see, Chelsea Bird, P. Barnes, Jimbo Machine Head. Christopher O'Connor, what's up? Chelsea May, how's it going? Kodak. Yes. Let's see. Machine Head 58, Little Trouble, Big World. Jimbo, Terry Burns, Colrack. He's saying hello. Okay. Chelsea May, Jimbo, Christopher O'Connor, Brian Showman, what's up? Dino, what's up? Christopher O'Connor, Peabody, Salacious in the house. There you go. All right, what's up? Conspiracy Music's in the house. How's it going, buddy? Little Chihuahua, Big World, Salacious, Machine Head. Let's see, Internet God, what's up? Pack, what's up? Script Cat, what's up, Script Cat? Great to see you again. Salacious Chelsea May, Jimbo. Let's see, Internet God, Pack, Machine Head, Dino. Salacious, Colrack. Who else? Norfolk, Southern Pokey District, what's up? Good to see ya. Just scrolling through, see who I missed. Chelsea May, Potluck, what's up? Let's see who else is here. Internet God, Script Cat, Salacious, P. Barnes II, Potluck. There's the Corrections 101 Super Chat. What's up? Let's see. Salacious, Nancy Marcho, Potluck, Pack, Internet God, P. Barnes II, Terry Barnes. What's up? Corrections 101, Nancy Marcho. Analyze is in the house. What's up, Analyze? Let's see who else. Nancy, Salacious, Little Chihuahua, Scott Ammo. What's up? How's it today? It's pretty all right. It's pretty all right. Potluck, Julie Weaver. Hi, what's up? Great to see you. Pack, Jimbo, Salacious, Internet God, Dino, Analyze. So many wonderful people. Billy Yank. Oh, man, I love you guys so much. This is great. Care Bear. Who else came here to join us? Oh, love you too, Potluck. And happy, what's your avatar there? Oh, cool. Soccer. I'm sorry. Football. Oh yeah, today's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Love everybody. Love you guys so much. Great to have you here. Oh, look at this. We got another $2 super chat from Pack. Yes. $2 Australian dollars. What's up? Yay. Thank you, Pack. We're going to add you to the list again. This guy really, really, really wants to win. I think he's up to like his 8th entry now. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Who else we got here? iKiss, of course. What's up? How you doing, iKiss? Great to see you again. Dave Carver, what's up? Care Bear. See, I almost said your name way wrong because in the chat, when I'm looking, your very first thing, and then something from Care Bear is right under you. So Dave Carver and then Care Bear, Carver. I almost went like, the Enforcer, what's up? How's it going, buddy? Let's see, what do we got? Chelsea May, Corrections 101, Terry Barnes, Billy Yank, Salacious, Care Bear, Analyze, Potluck, Chelsea May, Stan Hankins. What's up, Stan? Great to see you again. Silence Boy, Rogue Nation, and Glenn Serio are the Three Stooges. Graham, what's up? Let's see. All right, I think that gets me pretty much caught up. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you to everyone for coming here. Thank you for all the support already. Getting super chats coming in. Vestige of Peace. What's up? Good morning. Big hugs to you too. So what happened last night? Some of you might be wondering why I didn't show up. So here's what happened. They went to the Sheridan City Council meeting, and DMA wasn't broadcasting it live himself, and Regan wasn't broadcasting it. So I went to the actual Sheridan City Council footage and watched that official City Council meeting live. And I recorded most of it, but like nothing really happened. It was, they get a half an hour to talk at the end. And you could tell that it was starting to heat up right as that half an hour ended. But then nothing happened and they went off the air and it was over and that was it. But What I didn't know, and apparently a Witch of Hearts and a couple other people scooped me on it, was that Sweet Tea was broadcasting live. And she has the aftermath of what happened. So since the actual meeting last night and this morning, both Familia TV and Witch of Hearts have put out videos about it. And what I noticed is I'm going to show both of them because what happens is for Familia's video, he shows the immediate aftermath of the meeting, like the very end of the meeting, and then the immediate aftermath. But then on Witch of Hearts channel, she keeps going even past that. Like when DMA and his buddies are standing in the parking lot talking about what just happened, like she's got that too. So between the two videos, you get the whole story. Now, as far as the meeting itself, and you'll see bits and pieces, basically what happened was DMA was the first one to speak, and he was actually like, yeah, we're here to change the laws because we got arrested and we got butt hurt, and that's why we're here to complain every week. Yeah, so Regan wasn't there, of course. So whatever, and then another guy came up that was part of his crew, and then a couple people that were there came up just to talk about stuff that you would actually go to a city council meeting to talk about, that had nothing to do with any of it. But then a couple people came up and were like, yeah, we don't like these idiots coming here doing this. This is really getting on our nerves, And then there are other counter arguments and blah, blah, blah. But there was one guy in particular. And what's interesting is that he didn't show up in this footage I'm about to show from after the meeting. He doesn't show up in any of it. But I was so ready for him to talk. He was ready to talk. You could tell that he was like a tiger ready to pounce. And it was the same guy who at the last meeting came out and said, hey, I really am a civil rights activist. Like, legitimately, like that's what I do. And when I see these fake activists come in here with their cameras starting all this trouble, he just gave this great speech last time about that. So you could see he was sitting behind DMA and he was ready to go. He went up to the podium at one point. They're like, oh, it's not your turn yet. And he's like, the dude was like, he was foaming at the mouth. He was ready to go. And then when the meeting ended and he didn't get to speak, he just left. And I don't know where he went, but he went again in the aftermath video I'm about to show. He's not in it. So who knows what happened to him, but I really was looking forward to seeing what he had to say. Hey, we got Society Red in the house. What's up? News Now Enemy in the house. What's up? Anybody else I missed? I don't know if I should acknowledge or not, but there's that one. And let's see. We got the Enforcer. Oh, yeah, I think I said hello earlier. All right. So anyway, I'm going to start with the they locked him in the trunk. That's why they couldn't find him. They didn't want to get pounced on to death. Oh. We're going to start with Familia's because I'm going to try to show like in sequential order the clips. So we'll start with Familia's. Terry Barnes gifted a membership. Thank you, Terry, so much. Thank you. That is support for the channel. So you will be added to the list of people who could win the doll. All right. Terry Barnes. Also, last night during the town hall meeting, while all this was going on at the same time, I was bouncing back and forth because I was watching Team Skeptics live so that's another reason why once the town hall meeting ended, I was watching Team Skeptic on the other screen. So I was like, oh, all right, nothing happened there. Oh, well. But it turns out afterwards, and before I get into this, and of course, this is the first one's going to be Familia's version and then the Witch of Hearts version. So you're going to hear commentary from them. But my whole point for weeks now has been the general public isn't learning what these guys are trying to teach them. They are, but not the way that these guys would argue that it's being done or that it's meant to be done. In other words, their argument will be, we're trying to educate people that if somebody comes up to you and films you, you can't ask them to stop filming you. You can't say, please don't film me. Okay, because there's no law saying they have to stop filming you if you ask them to stop. So the idea is we're going to teach everybody that if you ask someone to stop filming, that means that they have to film you. See, that's the thing. See, that's always the thing. The way that what's up, Ozzy Jose, Ozzy Jose, 1969. Yes, Ozzy Jose, 1969. Yes, what's up? I see Ozzy, I think Ozzy Osbourne, and then Jose, and then 1969, and that's when Black Sabbath started. And then I start thinking, well, so what's this name supposed to be in a reference to? And then while I'm trying to put together the entire history of Black Sabbath in my head, I'm not just reading the name. Ozzy Josie, 1969, what's up? So anyway, so there's that, right? So these guys are about to go in there and okay, so what I've been trying to say, what I've been talking about is the way that the general public, they're not, what the frauditors want the general public to do is to learn that if somebody films you, say nothing, do nothing, let them film you, and just accept it, because that's just the way it is, and that's the way it's going to be from now on, because the frauditors made that decision that that's what life is from now on, is random people trying to swear at you and yell at you and call you names and pepper spray you and get you fired and this and that, and you just have to sit and deal with it, and that's it. There's nothing you can do because technically they're not breaking the law. Well, that's not what people are learning. What people are learning is these assholes aren't going to stop being assholes until we give them a good solid beatdown. Then maybe they might slow down a little bit. So what happens after the town hall meeting, you're about to see, it doesn't get to that point because like the chief of police and all of his things, and there was extra there in the beginning. They had extra security there because DMA and his crew have been getting death threats, right? So they already had extra cops there to protect DMA and his ilk and his followers and his sycophants and his sheeple and his bootlickers, right? So when they go out, when the town hall meeting is over, that's when it really picks up. Because like I said, the last half hour, it was starting to build, but then it ended, the town hall meeting ended and nothing had happened. So I'm like, oh, okay. But again, this picks up from Sweet T's video showing what happened after. And the people, what's up, Grandpas? The people are so, oh, and Miss Mandy 777's here. What's up? Unclean Hands is here. What's up? So again, short story long because I already went over it, but just to make sure, again, as more people are joining, it's bright and early. Happy Valentine's Day. Welcome, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Love you all. Happy Valentine's Day. It's Tuesday. It's beautiful. The cops protected DMA. That's kind of backwards. Well, but that's it. It's like that's the thing. They brought in extra police because DMA was getting death threats. And when the town hall meeting was over, again, I saw the town hall meeting itself, like the actual Sheridan footage of the town hall meeting. So when it was done, it was done. So I didn't see the aftermath until this morning when I saw Familia TV and Witcher Hearts both had Sweet T's footage of the aftermath. And the aftermath proves that what I've been saying, ultimately, the general public is getting sick and tired of these idiots. They're not learning that there's nothing they could do about these idiots. What they're learning is that they hate these people and that they're willing to go hands-on if they have to. They don't quite in this video, but again, there's every cop in the world is there, specifically making sure that DMA doesn't get killed. Like, that's what they were assigned there for, was to make sure DMA didn't get killed. So anyway, here's the Familia version, and it starts out, like I say, with a little bit of the end of the town hall meeting and then the aftermath, which is what I missed yesterday, was the aftermath. Where is it? Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, and now presenting for you this a wonderful Valentine's Day morning. DMA and his crew almost get a beat down from people standing up for their local government employees by Familia TV. Presented to you today by the Hezokuai channel. Ladies and gentlemen, the video.
All right, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. All right, now here's a video that my good friend Henneman, thank you for the video. Henneman sent me a video here dealing with the frauditor, Christopher Cordova, aka Denver Metro Audits. Now, for those of you that have been paying attention to his uploads, then you know now for quite some time now, he's been harassing the city of Sheridan, Colorado. He has been making life miserable for the law enforcement officers of that city, as well as the public employees. Now, keep in mind, if you've been watching his videos, he specifically has a hard on with their traffic enforcement, speed enforcement. Particularly a white van that Sheridan has. They put that van in specific areas that I can only imagine.
I was muted. I'm sorry. I didn't even. You guys, I didn't even realize I was muted. I'm sitting here talking. All right, listen. You guys, see, this is what I say every morning. I got the best damn fans in the world, period. I go to play this video. Next thing I know, everyone's telling me, well, what about all of these memberships that are being given away? And everybody's Corrections 101. Thank you so much. Peck, thank you so much. And you guys are both entered onto the Voodoo doll contest list again. And AU, this is, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you remember, but a couple of weeks ago, I did this thing where I was going back looking at some of my old videos because I was cutting together, some of my rant videos. And as I was doing it, because you can replay the chats when you replay an old video. So I was looking at my chats from my very first ever live stream I ever did when I was sitting in my garage and freezing. That's how the whole sort of thing with the hat started. I mean, literally, I was sitting in my garage up in Wisconsin. It was like 30 degrees out. I got a little space heater and I got my little computer. And I mean, it was literally a little computer and my phone. And I went live and I had my coat on and my hoodie and my hat to keep me warm. And all these people were in the chat. And Art Shack Union was one of them. Art Ash. And I've gone over the pronunciation of his name with him 1,000 times. I still can't say it. So AU was there in my very first ever. You know what? And I already told most of you guys before, but I haven't seen him since I did that. Unclean Hands was there too. But yeah, he's been there literally from day one. So AU, big supporter of the channel. Got to acknowledge him as well. Again, man, the support I've been getting for you guys since I started this raffle thing is amazing. I love my fans. I got the best fans in the world. You guys are beautiful. Happy Valentine's Day. Love you. Love the hat story. Yes. Yeah. This was literally, it wasn't like any kind of thing that I was trying to make it my trademark hat. I started filming all my stuff when it was literally cold out. And this is a warm hat. That's why I don't always wear it. Right now, it's kind of chilly, so it's fine. But that's why I bought another one. But I don't know. Oh, it's right there on top of the lamp. You can't see it from here because DMA's blocking it. See, DMA's always getting away. You know what, DMA? This is for you for getting in the way of my trying to talk. I got tasers. Tasers flying in the air. Tase him. Tase him. They didn't tase him last night. So I'm going to, you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Denver Metro Audits, Christopher Cordova. And since he didn't get tased yesterday, I'm going to tase him for you. Tase him in the face. Tase him in the chest. Tase him in the back. Oh no. Oh no. Tase. Tase him in the butt. Yeah. In the neck. Ah. Christopher Cordova, Denver Metro Audits. Boom. I love you guys. Happy Valentine's Day.
Has got a reputation for speeding, and he makes every effort of looking for this van and finds it. And when he does, he pretty much stands in front of the van shooting the radar gun, and he won't move. He will not move, regardless if police are called. He's on a public sidewalk, and he will not move. So again, I understand that some of us, if not all of us, are not big fans of traffic enforcement or whatever, but you got to admit that there are people out there that just don't belong behind the wheel. They find it hard to follow the damn rules. And think about it, your family, my family, out there driving around, and we got people that just want to drive like maniacs, and we can't have that. So there is a need for traffic enforcement. Unfortunately, there is a need for it.
That's another thing too that came up. I don't remember if what's up, Holden McGroin. What's up, Sam? I am. What's up, Leland Squirrel? Happy Valentine's Day. Sam I am. Dino, what's up? So that's another thing that I don't remember specifically. If because I know Familia is going to show a little bit of the end of the town hall meeting itself, but I don't remember if he shows this specific clip. One of the people who comes up to talk in the town hall meeting actually says that to DMA, and I thought that was awesome. He actually gets up there and is addressing the city council and specifically says, because this whole thing did start with DMA blocking the radar guns for the traffic stops in Sheridan. So that's literally the first domino, and then him getting in trouble for that, and boom, 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 boom. It just built on from there. But he should have stuck with libraries. But no, he tried that the other day, and now the people in the library hate his guts too, right? But anyway, he and Anna, what's up? Happy Valentine's Day. So he shows it. Okay. Yeah, because they specifically address like, hey, how about if people didn't speed, that wouldn't be an issue, and then you wouldn't need the guns. How about that? No, we got to get rid of the guns, not the people who are speeding.
Now,
Yeah.
not only does Christopher make every effort in stopping that van from doing its job, but Christopher also likes to go to the monthly, no, it's a bi weekly meeting at City Hall there in Sheridan. And he's got a hard on with that particular City Hall because of their rule of no recording. And if you've been watching his videos, you've heard the threats that he has made, until that rule is taken away. He will go to each of these meetings and pretty much make the council members there their life miserable. Okay, and that's exactly what this man has been doing. And let's keep this in mind: the guy doesn't even live in the city of Sheridan. Okay, he's just an asshole. It's just something normal that comes to him. And I don't know how. I could only imagine people have been hearing that you got outsiders that don't live in the city that are screwing with their local government. And damn it, it was so refreshing to see people standing up for their local government. That was so refreshing. Okay, because I understand there are people out there that are just they're not happy with following rules. It's an unfortunate thing, guys, but to live in a city, or should I say a country so big as ours, we have to have rules. Okay, or we'll be going at each other like cats and dogs. And yeah, I'm sure most of you guys understand and know what I'm talking about. Now, as for Christopher, again, the guy doesn't even live in his damn city, and he wants to go and harass this particular city hall. Now, he made comments that this all started because of public requests where he was putting in public request forms, requests, whatever, and we're not getting them in time, or we're not getting them, period. Okay. And I think I've shown a handful of his videos. The guy goes to these city hall here and he speaks to the employees like they're pieces of shit. Okay. He talks to these employees like they're beneath him. And I think he's having a hard time understanding that these are regular people. And nobody wants to be spoken to as if they're beneath him. Okay, so if they give him a hard time, it's because he brought that shit upon himself.
I'll tell you, somebody said it in the chat, um, and now Unclean said it too. That's that's the one thing. Like, I love Familia TV, but he has a tendency because I don't want to say anything bad about him because I love him. All right, but he does have a tendency occasionally to be somewhat overly verbose. Let's put it that way. So let me fast forward a little until we get to the meat and potatoes of. Here we go. Get to the actual city hall meeting. There we go. All right.
Did not think that would get emotional tonight. There's so many citizens of Sheridan coming out and speaking out. And I was worried I was going to be the only one coming here because there's no money involved in coming and saying thank you for what you've done. I really appreciate everything all of you have done. Thank you, all of you, especially you, Chief Martinez. Thank you so much for what you have done. All the programs are fantastic. The Sheridan Night Out really brings the community together as the Sheridan celebrates. The amount of work put into that. If people knew how very little money, next to no money, because there's so many volunteers involved in that, they would be shocked at the work that's on this. Other things that I'd love to thank the city for. I love the way that you've worked out the recycling. You've done the carrot instead of the stick. You make the recycling free, and that way it encourages people to do it. I think there could be a little more education for some people who don't know what things can be recycled and how to prepare those items before they're recycled. And there might even be some people out there who don't realize they could get an additional second can for free for recycling. All of that stuff.
You know what? I actually wanted to talk about that. Just this has nothing to do with this guy. I love this guy and I love what he says, but what he's saying right now, when he first said it, I was thinking, you know what? That dude's got a point. Because even I always have a little bit of trouble when I'm doing the recycling thing. Like, all right, do I have to wash this first and scrape everything off of it so that you just get the pure plastic? Or because the stuff that's on it is also recyclable, do I just put it all together? So I see what he's saying. He's like, he loves the recycling program, but he wishes that the city council would have a little bit more education as to what specifically you have to do to the plastic or the glass before you put it in the bin. I think that's a reasonable, thing to say. But then that's the only thing outside of the scope of the whole DMA thing that he talks about. And then the rest of it is getting back to just making fun of idiots being stupid. Like, did you guys catch the first thing he said? He's like, well, I'm not filming because, I don't know how to make money off of it or whatever. He made a reference to that.
So I'd love to see more stuff like that. I'm really glad to hear about the sustainability programs. Those are fantastic. It's great forward thinking. Really appreciate that. Also, slide up here. I know you get probably nothing but complaints about photo radar, but I appreciate it. And there's just one weird trick I would love to tell people about that they probably don't realize that can help you fool the photo radar. And that is if you go the speed limit.
Yeah. I love that. Let me rewind that. I love that.
So
he said that, I was so happy.
Also, slide up here. I know you get probably nothing but complaints about photo radar, but I appreciate it. And there's just one weird trick I would love to tell people about that they probably don't realize that can help you fool the photo radar. And that is if you go the speed limit. Well, it really works because I haven't gotten a ticket somehow, magically. But I would love to see more because I think when people see it on one side, they're like, "Oh, my side's clear," and you just see them speed up. It'd be great if there's a second one there, so they realize, oh, maybe I shouldn't just race through a school zone while kids are trying to cross the street. So thank you so much for those. Please don't let negative comments get to you. Know who you're.
All right, real quick. Salacious goes, public service announcement. Being loquacious is not such a bad thing. Just saying. Yes, I'm not. That's the thing. And that's why I said, like, I don't want to say anything bad. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to diss Familia TV for talking a lot, right? My point is that I can see and understand why some people, because when I was playing him, there were some people were saying, hey, here we go. He's talking a lot again. I get it, is what I'm saying. Like, I know that he talks a lot. That doesn't mean that what he's saying is irrelevant or has nothing to do, One of the things that I noticed, and I do this every time when I'm making my videos, like on a live stream, obviously, I talk all day. That's what I'm here for. But when I make like my regular videos, what I try to do is, well, not what I try to do. I end up doing this every time. I'll kind of like write the script. My scripts are more like bullet points, usually. Sometimes I'll script something if I want a specific line that I want to use, but I'll go through my script and I'll say all my bits. Then when I'm editing the video, I'll listen to what I'm saying, and if I find myself kind of repeating myself too much or digging in a little too deep, I'll cut it out. And it was actually last night on Team Skeptic's live stream. He said something that I really liked because the only reason I know the word loquacious is because Primus uses it in Tommy the Cat. So I heard it in that song back in the 90s, and I was like, he's a bit too loquacious if you go to, I'm like, what? So I had to look it up because of that. But that's when I learned it. But anyway, now I'm thinking about Primus. Oh man, great stuff. Anyway, Primus sucks, and I'll never take that back. And if you know, you know. So anyway, yeah. The point is, I understand why some people don't like it, but oh yeah. So what Team Skeptic was saying, and I really liked it because I've been thinking this for a while, but the way he put it, the way he explained it, is like, yes, this is what I've been trying to come into my, what he said was that there are a lot of times when he's doing a video where he would like to say, yes, I'm being loquacious, but this is live. Shut up. It's my show. What Team Skeptic, here's the reason why I think talking a lot during a live stream is completely different than doing it on a pre-recorded video. And this is what I'm kind of getting at with what Team Skeptic said yesterday. The thing he pointed out was there are a lot of things when he's making a video that he can comment on and go deeper on, but he doesn't because he wants to leave some space open for audience participation, for the people in the comments to say, oh yeah, and there's this, oh, and you didn't mention that, oh, and this, so that there's more audience participation. When you're on a live stream, and I'm talking directly to the people I'm seeing in the comments and, responding to what they're saying. It's a live interaction. So there's more of that kind of thing going on. But anyway, let's get back to the Familia video, which is what we're watching right now on the Hezokuai show.
Know that don't let the charlatans get to you when you have sincere citizens who really care about what you do. Keep your armor up and know that people love you and they love what you're doing. So thank you so much.
That's DMA
Right,
getting
so
free
let me
pizza.
just say, don't you guys find it funny that these frauditors, all of them, anything for free is good. I'm sure we've all seen videos where the frauditors are going into these city halls and doing their so-called frauded, and they see a bowl of candy. Oh, they don't just take one or two; they're taking a handful at a time. Okay, filling their pockets up. Okay, again, I say anything for free is good, right? That's the way their mentality works. Now, here, Christopher, he's there to, and I'm talking about he's there with like eight or nine other guys, his crew, let's say, just there. Just to intimidate the people of the council members there. He does this on a bi-weekly. Okay, you're talking shit about the city, but yet you're willing to take their food. You're willing to eat their food that they provide to the people. Ain't that some shit? On one hand, you want to attack them, and on the other hand, you want to accept the food that they're giving the people. That's some two-faced shit.
To be fair though, this guy right here in the blue, he before this, like if they were playing the whole meeting, he gave an announcement. He's like, nobody's eating the damn pizza. I brought all these damn pizzas and nobody's eating it. Go eat the damn pizza. And then everybody had a good laugh over it and this and that. But so he was kind of like inviting everyone. But although DMA already had two pieces and him and Sweet Tea dropped one and he had to pick it up. It was funny because the whole meeting before all of this even started, they were sitting there and I was watching them, obviously. And yeah, so they like their
In
pizza.
my book, that's some two-faced shit.
Good evening, everybody. My name is 3650 South Federal Boulevard. First off, I want to kind of show the difference between the people that you represent. Those are the people using their real names and their real addresses. They're not hiding behind pseudonyms or screen names. These are the people that appreciate you. As you hear, the people who live in your seat, they love what you do. So the people who don't live in your city, the people who don't even live in your state or your country, bring you down. Those are the people that are doing their best to get into between you guys and into you guys. I both live in the city of Sheridan and I work in the city of Sheridan. I'm an executive at a veterans organization here in the city of Sheridan. I'm a veteran. And I have fellow veterans with me in the room, and we support you. It's not all veterans that are against you. We do love what you do. We love that you represent us, and we take great pride in representing the city of Sheridan. So, from the chief, the city manager, city clerk, all of you guys do a great service for us. We are the ones who elected you here. We are the only ones that can take you out.
Got another frauditor. Yes, this whole front row. Sweet Tea's holding the camera, and then DMA is the one who's got the pizza in his hand right now, and then there's another frauditor next to him, and then another one next to him, and then they got a couple others dispersed throughout the crowd.
Is he the one that said he's going to use the Second Amendment on this? Is that him?
Yeah, he is the one who said that.
Who was this bitch to even question what
Megan didn't come. All right, here we go. This is the part that I missed yesterday, is the aftermath.
You want to go get that?
Yeah, I do. Speak to you first.
Hey, what are you doing, lady?
Oh, I'm standing in front of your
No,
camera.
you're bumping into it. You can't do that.
Touch me.
That's harassment, ma'am. That's harassment.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did.
CRS 18-8-111. That's harassment, ma'am. Unwanted touch. You can't put your hands on people, ma'am.
On your camera.
You can't touch our cameras. You cannot touch them. That's against the law. Yes, you did. You bumped right into her.
You did.
Did I
Unacceptable.
touch it?
Yes,
Excuse me,
Don't
you
touch
just
her.
did.
I'm trying to walk out. Your camera was
You
right
just
there.
stepped on my foot and my camera.
I didn't step on your foot.
She did not.
What'd you step on?
She did not.
I stepped
Go
on
on
your
my
foot.
camera, lady.
I didn't.
Stepped on my camera.
Quit
What's wrong with you?
Quit
That's
yelling.
against the law.
Are you drunk? Are you drunk?
Wannabes.
Everybody, please leave.
Are
the
you
building.
drunk?
The meeting
Are you
is
gonna
over.
Don't bump into
Are
me.
you drunk?
How much money did
Don't
you get from
bump into me.
Are you drunk?
Leave the building now.
Go home and drink, lady.
Everybody out.
Now you're talking in front of them?
There's always a troublemaker
Everybody out.
in there.
My
Everybody
goodness.
out, please. We're having the face off here. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, you brought your,
Yeah. I'm down.
what do you call it? Hyenas in
Let's
here.
leave that. Getting this?
All right, so just think about what just came out of Sweet Tea's mouth here, that the police department is bringing in their hyenas in reference to the people that live and pay taxes in the city of Sheridan. Okay, now think about it. That's the accusations that she's making in reference to these people who just don't see eye to eye with DMA and his crew members. Okay, here she wants to make accusations that the police department is bringing in people, again I say people that live and pay taxes in that city, compared to Christopher, who's bringing in what? He's got like 7 or 8 of his crew members there that don't even live in a damn city, don't live in a city. So who would you support, damn it? Who would you support? The people that live and pay taxes in the city, or people who are just following this asshole?
There's something that I specifically wanted to say about all this too. So here's the thing. What I'm seeing happen in Sheridan, and what DMA and Regan and all these guys, not only do they not see it, but 2 weeks ago at the meeting when they didn't go, but they were, watching it and talking about it, they're flat out denying. But I did a little bit of research and found out that this is absolutely true, okay? What you're seeing happen here, what's happening here is that Sheridan, Colorado was the #1 highest crime city in the entire state of Colorado. That's a fact. They brought in the new chief of police and he lowered the crime rate. So these people from a high crime area are glad that this cop came in and put his foot down and got rid of these scumbags that were committing these horrible crimes and lowered the crime rate. They're supporting their cops big time because they're out there on the street and they're seeing it. They're experiencing it. And now these punks are going to come in and try to get their chief fired. That's their chief. That's not just some guy who's the chief of police. That's the guy who got the punks that were on the corner doing whatever the hell they were doing out of there and finally cleaned up our neighborhood. It's almost like as if, I mean, not literally, but like emotionally, the way these people are responding, it's like Rodriguez or Hernandez, whatever, it's like the chief of police, it's like he swept in and cleaned all this garbage off the streets. And now these idiots come into town out of nowhere like, hey, we got to get this guy fired because he pulled over somebody for speeding once. So that's why these people are responding the way they are to DMA, because they love their police chief, because he actually made a difference that they could see in their daily lives. And on top of that, though, they are from a high crime area. So they know how to throw hands. They know how to fold somebody up if they got to. They know how to tune somebody up if they got to. Because they've been doing it. People say, well, how come these guys don't go to like high crime areas? Sheridan is a high crime area. And these people, the ones that actually go out of their way to show up at the city council, are people who support the police for helping to quell that crime. DMA and Regan, because they don't understand that. They think that this whole thing is just about, speeding tickets and teaching those cops a lesson for telling them not to block their speed trap and teaching them a lesson. And their stories, their story. And we've all seen the video. We know their story is a lie. Nobody got arrested for filming. And they'll harp on and on and on. And I think they're going to in these videos they're showing about how all they wanted was to get their FOIA forms and be left alone. And they'd have got no, but they did get their forms. If you guys remember, they got the forms. The cop told them, you got your paperwork? Okay, cool. You can leave now. And they're like, yeah, but see, if you arrest us, we're going to, okay, wait a minute. No. Did you get your forms? Yes. Okay, you can leave now. The thing said no filming. You're still filming. Nobody stopped you. We asked you not to. You argued with us for an hour, but you got your forms. You're still filming. You can go home now. No. Okay, now I'm not asking you. Now I'm telling you, go. No. Boom. Now it's becoming trespassing. And they still argued with them for 20 minutes before finally arresting anybody. But they don't tell you all that. What they tell you is, we walked in and a bunch of cops tackled us to the ground because we had cameras in our hands and we all got arrested for having cameras. They never tell the full story. Never tell the story, fool. So anyway, let's see what happens next. Check. Who incited it?
Yeah.
The city didn't incite it. You did.
Sheridan is incited.
No, you did.
Yes, I am. I'm going to get my stuff.
No, everyone else is leaving. You're going to leave too.
May I get my stuff?
Yes, get your stuff and let's go.
Yeah, okay, let me get my
You're letting
stuff.
people bump into her and step into her.
Yeah,
Now you're
that
gonna
was
be a
not
tough guy.
okay.
Órale.
Why did you allow
Órale.
her, me and my
Nobody
camera?
attacked you.
Yes,
Really?
you did.
I
We got
have
it on
it on
tape.
video.
Do your job.
Stop.
Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business.
Trying to be polite and nice, and you allowed that to happen. Was that your niece or
Martina,
was
you brought
that
all
your
your goons in
sister-in-law?
here. That lady was
The
bumping into her.
cop in front of
Bumped
me.
right into her,
This
man.
cover, she's
Shoved
ready
her?
to kill her. Look at her.
Wait a minute, guys. I just thought of something. I got a new trick. I just thought of this. A new game to play with my Frauditor Voodoo doll. So if I'm watching a video and I want them to get their mouthwash out with soap, I stab them with the soap. If they're dirty and I want them to get clean, I stab them with the soap where I want them to clean. If they're in court, I got the gavel, right? Stab them with the gavel if I want the judge to put the hammer down on them. Got the taser if I want them to get tased. I tase them wherever I want the taser to go. But I just thought of this. I got the phone on the gimbal. So I could do the ultimate thing that they hate more than anything. Come on, punk. What's up? Huh? Oh, it's the end of the world. Oh no, it's the end of the world. Oh no, the worst thing that could ever possibly happen. Oh no, he touched my phone. He's touching my phone. No, help, he touched my phone. Call 911. Get the cops. He touched my phone. Please arrest him. Please, Mr. Officer, that I've been calling Dr. Pig, tyrant face asshole. Now, please arrest the person who touched my camera. Please do that. Anyway.
You know we're
Why are you?
What's your badge number?
Guys, let's
Oh my
get
God.
out. Move them out or they're going to be cited for trespass. Let's go. Or
You're in my way, sir. I can't go unless you move.
Go out. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Ma'am, why did you just push me? You ran into me. Let's go. Really? This lady just pushed me. Come on.
How they act, folks. Touch me. Don't touch me.
What's up, Weedskador?
You shut up.
Wait, hold on. Somebody said in the chat, how long is it going to be before Hez accidentally stabs himself? Let me tell you something. Every time that I do this in my head, I don't know if you've noticed, but I go out of my way to kind of try and hold him lower than where I'm stabbing so that if I do get through or I miss, that I won't be anywhere near my hand. Like that, every time I do that, that's in the back of my head. Like, oh, I hope I don't stab myself. Winona Rogers, what's up? We're just so yeah, Weedskador just got here, LaDonna just got here. We're just going over the aftermath. Put the pin down, like Clean says. It's we're just going after going over. It just started the aftermath of the Sheridan Town Hall meeting from DMA and Sweet Tea were there yesterday, and watching what they did. Ooh, the electric perspective. What's up? What's up? Oh, I love it. Awesome. Oh, the enforcer. What's up? Benefits. By the way, thank you everyone for being here. Love you guys. Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. And now let's take some more footage of idiots being dumb at the town hall meeting yesterday.
I need my keys so I can get in right away.
Ain't nobody causing no disturbance. Shut up.
My goodness.
Exactly.
Oh my God, look at this gang of people right here. Look at the gang.
She's ready to kill somebody. She's ready to kill somebody. Look at that.
Look at the gang of people, you guys. Gang of cops.
All these
That's creepy. Look at the gang. All of these people against the cameras. All of these people against the cameras. All of these people against cameras.
All right, so I'm sure we've spoken about this before with frauditors that they have a hard time accepting responsibilities. Here, Sweet Tea is making comments of the angry mob of people. The angry mob of people that, according to Sweet Tea, are against the cameras. Against the cameras. I think it's hard for her to understand. They're not against the cameras. They're against you. You and your boyfriend, Christopher, and the other knuckleheads there that don't live there, don't pay taxes there, but you're sure as hell making a big effort and going there on a bi-weekly trying to intimidate their local government. Okay? And these people are putting their foot down, letting Christopher know, oh, you got a fight on your hands, buddy. You want to screw with our local government. We're here to stand up on their behalf. Right on. This is what has to happen. Because let me say, guys, I've been looking lately since the trial of Sean, okay? I honestly been feeling like we're losing, guys. We're losing. And if you see something different, please explain to me, because damn it looks like these guys are winning every move they make. Okay? It just, I don't know, guys. I watch these videos every day. I edit these videos every day. And damn it sure seems like they're getting what they want. Okay? Local government caving into these assholes because why? They get thousands of threatening phone calls. I think we've all learned that frauditors are using their subscribers. The thousands of subscribers they have, they're using them as a tool, as a weapon. Okay? And it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate, and they're getting what they want. And if we just stand by and let this shit happen, then don't bitch when there's somebody aiming a camera at you and you can't do a damn thing about it. Okay? So right now, while the fight has begun, you need to do your part. Anything you can do that will put a monkey wrench in their program, that will help. Okay? You don't have to be physically capable to go hand-to-hand combat with them, but any little thing that you can do to put a monkey wrench in their program is good enough. Okay, we all have to work together. One or two people are not going to be able to do it. We have to work as a team. That's why they win a lot, because they all work as a damn team. Okay, and that's the unfortunate part. Okay, that they are more organized than us.
See, and that's something that I've talked about before too. Like I've said it as a joke, but it is true. Like according to like what Familia's saying, like I've always said, like I would love to know exactly where some of these guys were going to be. Obviously, with the Sheridan Town Hall meeting, DMA and them are going to be there. But in general, like on the street when they're doing regular audits, I'd love to know where they're going to be before they get there. They all contact each other, personally, like they'll text each other or whatever, say, hey, we're going to be at this place. We're going to this city hall or this post office or whatever. And they don't announce that. They don't do any of that online. It's a well-organized machine. They get together, not in the public where we could find out where they're going to be or whether people who work there know that they're coming, right? They always want it to be a big surprise. So it's hard to know where they're going to be before they're there. So you could audit them, which is what I would love to do. In fact, on some level, that would be like my ultimate dream as far as doing this, is to actually start making videos of me filming auditors. Like they're doing their audit and then I'm filming them doing it. That would be beautiful. I'll take my Voodoo doll, wear my hat and my phone, and just walk up to them and go, hey, and then give them a copy of my book. You should keep this in your pocket. It's the handbook on how to do your job right. Oh, anyway, I think that's pretty much where his video ends as far as. Oh no, wait, yeah, he's got a little bit more of the interaction after that. Let's see.
Video guy.
Yeah. All of these people.
Give us an escort. We appreciate that.
Are you locked and loaded? I am too.
Yeah, before they go. Come on in.
Look at this. Get blind man, get army vet. Look at this gang of people. This is ridiculous.
Don't even worry about that.
No, this is scary. Yeah, this is scary.
You see how the horrible, evil, rotten, tyrannical police are
Look
saving their
at this
asses
gang
right
of
now?
people, you guys. Do you see
Gamer
this?
88, what's up?
This is Sheridan right here. This is exactly what they are doing. This is an incitement of violence led by Chief Martinez.
The cops are saving you from the violence, you idiot.
Guy's gonna make it onto the web.
Yeah, this is really scary.
Look at this.
Watch out.
Look at the city of Sheridan.
Watch out.
outside. Look at the whole city of Sheridan outside. God, leave.
Yeah, that's really scary. The whole city. Do you see this, you guys? The whole city of Sheridan against us. Look at them. The way they're like zombies.
Do you think maybe you might learn that the general public does not like what you guys are doing?
Yeah.
That nobody wants you, quote unquote, fighting for their rights?
Where are we going?
We're gonna go over here on the sidewalk because we're not going to our vehicle yet.
Mm-mm.
We're not gonna say where our vehicle is.
Yeah, look at all these people.
I don't have all this fucking marranos.
This is scary.
You
Yeah.
are.
The,
Shut your ass up, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Shut your ass. Shut the fuck up.
cops are literally saving their lives at that point. They're like, there's this huge group of people that want to attack them. The only reason, if the cops were as horrible and as evil and as rotten and no good and tyrannical as they're saying they are, then what would have happened was the cops would have stayed in the building and went in the back and let the general public just take care of it. They would have just turned around and walked away and let the people do whatever they had to do. But they didn't, because they're not horrible, evil, rotten, no good tyrants. They saved your ass. You should be praising the Sheridan police for how they kept that mob off of you. But they're only going to be able to hold them back for so long. Let it go. There's an ordinance that there's no filming behind the window in that building, and there are cars that measure the speed of other cars to see if they're speeding, to pull them over if they're going too fast. Those are two things that are going to stay. They're not going to change. So let it go and move on. Go back to the libraries, okay? And harassing librarians until eventually some of the people there start slamming you in the head with books. Or how about this? How about this? How about you put the camera down and go get a... Hold on. My throat isn't... I'm about to say a word that... unclean hands. You are... Quiet Lamb was being loquacious. He ties it all together. What we were talking about earlier. All right, let me get back to my routine. Hey, DMA. I can start over. Hey, DMA. Why don't you go back to you guys? I'm sorry, you guys are cracking me up. I'm reading the chats. Oh my god. Oh, all right. I was doing a bit. All right. DMA, listen to me, buddy. All right. Obviously, you should have learned from all this that they don't like you, right? So let it go. The traffic laws are going to be there no matter what. The city council is not going to change the rules as far as filming behind the glass in the city hall. It's not going to happen. Let it go. Go back to libraries, or even better, so you don't get your head smashed by a book, a hardcover, big old dictionary cracking your neck or something from some people that are mad at you for going in libraries. Here's a better idea. Why don't you go and get it? I know this is really difficult for you to hear, DMA, but why don't you get a job? Whoa, I know. Oh, that's the worst thing you could hear. No, not that. Please, no, not that. Please, no. I got my camera. I don't have to get a job. I got a camera. No, don't say that word. No, not the word job. No, I'm melting. Oh, what a world. Yeah, I guess he's not going to get a job. Whoever wins when you get your doll, you got to watch these handcuffs, because if you shake them around too much, they'll fall off, I've noticed. At least with this one, I don't shake the other one because I'm giving it away. So straighten that up. Hezokuai is losing it today. It's Valentine's Day, for Pete's sake. I've been married 18 years, and I'm sitting here on Valentine's Day hanging out with you guys, which I love. Anyway, let's not get into all that. I love you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. We're having fun today. I'm just taking my frustration out on Frauditors is what I do. Yeah. Ooh, baby. Stab tease him. Anyway. DMA is a conspiracy nut job clown show. Yes, he is. Horrible word choice. Yeah. VD Day. Woohoo. VD Day. Yes, indeed. Back to being an electrician. Yes. Oh, man. These guys are crazy. Let's see. Now, on Witch of Hearts live stream yesterday, she kept going past the point where Familia cut it off. Oh, another membership, another gifted membership. Oh, from Peck. This is like, what, your 12th entry in the contest? Oh, man, I love it. Thank you, Peck. Thank you so much. I love it. Oh, man, you guys are so awesome. Oh, Judy Johansson's in the house. What's up, Judy? It's a Hallmark holiday. That's all. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing about Valentine's Day is that, like, it's, I mean, obviously, if you're like, a hardcore Catholic, you celebrate all the saints' days. So Valentine's Day would just be another saint day for Saint Valentine. But, like, really, Valentine's Day, yeah, it's just an excuse for the Hallmark companies and the people who make flowers and cards and chocolate to make money. Having guys have to feel like they have to buy stuff for their girlfriends, whatever. Oh, look at that. We got Tesla. Tesla Bitten Radio. Thank you for joining. And you are now, Kfar, what's up? And you are now entered into the contest. And since I haven't gone over the specific details of it today so far, I'll go ahead and use this opportunity for anyone who doesn't know. Like, for example, Tesla, if you weren't aware, what you just did by becoming a member was you entered a raffle all through the month of February. Any kind of donations to the channel, any kind of support for any amount automatically gets your name entered into a raffle. In the first week of March, what's going to happen is there's going to be several prizes, at least 10. Grand prize is going to be, now, Salacious, a fan of mine, handmade these Frauditor Voodoo dolls. You got your gimbal with the camera. You got your fake press pass. You got the tiny black little heart. You got the handcuffs. You got the untied shoes because they're too stupid to tie their shoes. You got the teeth are all nasty and rotten. And then you got different needles you can stab them with. If you want to wash out their mouth with soap, or if they're dirty, you got the soap that you can stab them with. Stab them with the soap. And then you got the taser if you want them to get tased. I call it the P-Bar special. You stab them with the taser. They're in court, and you got the gavel for the judge. You put the gavel into them. And the grand prize, I got 2 of these, handmade by Salacious. Grand prizes, you get one of these and this specific copy of my book. This specific copy, because it is signed and dated from February 7th. And I signed and dated it live on the stream. Got my little Hez logo there for Hezokuai. And you get that. You get the the Voodoo doll. And I got these cards that I made. See, I got this here. Auditing these are just 2 examples. I got my Glenn cereal card with the massive body odor. And I got my handlebar mustache, is my unclean cans card. It's the auditors versus anti-auditors card game. And I got booster packs, 10 cards in each pack. So grand prize, you get a Voodoo doll, a copy of my book, and a booster pack. Second prize will be a copy of my book and the booster pack. And then all the rest of the prizes will pretty much just be a booster pack, sort of like consolation prizes. But that way, it's a fun little way to show you guys, that I appreciate all the love and support. And again, the Voodoo doll is unique. The one that I'm actually giving away is pure white. This one, if you see, it's got dots, brown dots. The other one's just pure white. It's the one that I used to play Regan Benson in my last DMA video, which also had Frauditor News Network as the voice of Regan Benson. She did a guest spot. That was a beautiful thing. And since I noticed that we just recently got joined by the one and only Mr. Kfar, I was actually going to show his new video. It's another Moore video. I love the Moore videos. So since he's here, heroes and zeros. That's right. So since that is a thing, oh, look at this. Corrections 101. Yes. Thank you for the super sticker. You now have another entry. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is great. Love you. Love you guys so much. Oh, I got the best fans in the world. And that's what I always say, too. Like, I always say this, and I've been saying it a lot, but because it's true, I have the best fans in the world, and I have physical evidence to prove it. I'm not just saying that because everyone says that. It's for real. This painting on my wall was painted by my fan, Judy Johansson. a painting, right? She took the time to paint a painting for me and gave it to me, sent it to me as a Christmas present. And then Salacious made this. Her son made all the plastic stuff on his 3D printer. Look at the detail on this camera. Not only is it like he's filming the cops and on the gimbal and all that, but look, he's got the little circles for the cameras on the back of the camera and the holder that holds the phone. I mean, this is the detail on the handcuffs. There's a little key in there. See that? They got the little gears and the chain. I mean, this is really some awesome stuff here. Yeah, all handmade again. So this is good stuff, Maynard. Good stuff. All right, Leland. Drop me an email, or I'll email you. Either way. Oh, look, Peck's got another entry. That's beautiful. Peck's like, so Corrections 101 gave me a super chat this morning, and then Peck bought a bunch of memberships, and then Corrections 101 gave me another chat or a sticker. Then Peck gave another one, and then Corrections just gave another one. So now Peck's like, stop trying to take my doll. Peck's like, I'm going to win that damn thing. Oh, this is great. So now Peck and Corrections 101 are at war over who gets more entries. You know what's going to happen? You know, Quiet Lamb's going to win. I shouldn't say that now, because if he does, then I'll be like, oh, it's fixed. No. Gamer88, what's up? All right, Leland. Yeah, I'll definitely contact you. So, K-Far's new video. Let's check out the Moors. More Moors. Oh, these guys are so dumb. They're so stupid. They're so dumb. They are stupid. They are stupid. They are dumb. The Moors.
Hey guys, K-Far back in once again. So this video came originally from Old Squishy Gardener's page. If you're not already subscribed over there, go over there after the video. Anyway, it's going to be two Moors who somehow they were there for separate charges, but got to basically just join it together. They have separate attorneys and everything, but they're just going to go for it, go full Moor. You may see my wacky cousin from Morocco at some point in the video. You never know. Enjoy.
Judge, I do think Prosecutor Winslow as well on this matter.
Thanks, Mr.
Oh, yes.
Amadeo.
Ms. Tucker is here. I'm sorry. Yes.
That's okay, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Attorney General Yasmin Tucker appeared on behalf of the people.
All right. Ms. Grady L., tell us your name for the record.
My appellation is Shatina Grady L.
Okay. And Mr. Grady L., do you want to tell us your name for the record?
My appellation is Daniel Grady L.
Okay. I mean, okay, I'll bite. That's fine with me. Appellation is a little unusual, but I'll go with it. So, all right, today is the date and time set for the people's motions to admit, I guess, acts of prior motion, more 404B motions. So that's in the biz. Notice and a motion in limine to admit prior acts. I've had a chance to review the motions and the responses and the briefs. I'm happy to hear from either Ms. Palapu or Ms. Tucker. Highlights, again, you don't need to repeat, but I'm happy to hear your oral argument, and then I'll hear a response from Mr. Amadeo and from Mr. Starr. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I'm not going to go back and repeat everything that I had previously written. You did have all the facts regarding the prior conduct, and you have my motion with all of the law. I would just like to make a little response in regards to the defendant's motions themselves. In regards to Mr. Daniel Grady L's motion response, I just wanted to also state that during that response, there was no statement of defendant's theory of the case in regarding in order to back his argument that these acts would not be relevant. In order to say that, you would need to state his theory of case to show that they are not relevant. And in fact, that there was no statement or theory of the case that was provided. I would just like to reiterate that the people do intend to admit this evidence to show that there was an absence of mistake or confusion as to what was occurring at the scene, or confusion of the officer's commands, that there was to demonstrate the intention to obstruct, which goes with the absence of the mistake or the confusion, and to rebut any argument of the defense to the contrary of those statements. In regards to my response to Ms. Shatina Gradiel's response.
So let me interrupt.
Yeah.
So while we're on Mr. Gradiel's motion, I just want to be clear that the prior incident that you are seeking to have admitted is that that 2019 incident, correct? Because there's a slight difference between the two defendants. One is the 2019. Mr. Gradiel is singularly that 2019 incident, while Ms. Gradiel includes both the 2019 incident plus another one, correct? I just want to. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, right. It would just be that one for Mr.
So
Gradiel.
let's do this one at a time.
All right, real quick. I just want to acknowledge, man, I love you guys, the support and everything. I just went to to refill my coffee and to take a quick potty break. And look, I got Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill Stupidity. But before we get to that, let's go back to the last two before that I missed. We got a full-on war between, now Tesla jumped in. He's like, I just want it for the doll too. So now we got Peck, Tesla, and Corrections 101 fighting over who could donate the most money to get that damn doll. Peck, the first rule about Doll Fight Club is we don't talk about Doll Fight Club. And then Uncle Artie says, quoting Fight Club should be an ass-beating offense. Oh, Uncle Artie, always fun. Oh, great time with him. Love it. Yeah, I love when Kfar does that, where he makes it look like he's in the Zoom meeting. I love it. The dude I look over for kept getting up. What's cool too is the way, like, almost like with the Brady Bunch, like looking around, so you're looking at the other people. It's like, I love that. I never liked that movie. Here's the thing. I know, like, people talk about, well, in the book, it's blah, 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 whatever, but I'm just talking about the movie Fight Club, okay? I loved it until the end. To me, I thought the ending was a cop-out. I thought Tyler Durden, like the real Tyler Durden, should have died at the end. Like, he should have died. Because the idea that, see, now we're getting into spoiler territory, so let's just say that to be able to do what he did with such, like, randomly doing something to yourself with the exact surgical precision necessary to destroy just a small little piece of something without actually killing the person. And it's just to randomly, like, oh, I'm going to pull the trigger and the bullet's just going to happen to perfectly land exactly where it, like, no. I thought the ending was a cop-out. I thought he should have just died at the end, and that should have been it. But whatever.
So let's go ahead and I'll hear from Mr. Starr. If you wish to respond to what the prosecutor has just stated on the record or anything else, you may do so. But I have reviewed everything. So go ahead.
Yeah. So first is to the alleged facts. It's clear, and I do provide some basis here as to my client and why, if the 404B were allowed to come in, it would basically strip away what I'm alleging in my facts as to what occurred. But to put it simply and briefly, Your Honor, normally with the 404B motion, you're talking about a prior crime, a prior act, right? Here in this situation, from reading plaintiff's motion, they're not only speaking about a prior act, but also too, defendants allege affiliation with an organization, and basically saying this affiliation with this organization is the reason why he is conforming to these responses with the police. 404B is plainly states that's not allowed. Evidence of other crimes, wrongs, or acts is not admissible to prove character of a person in order to show action in conformity therewith. They're speaking about things that are character evidence.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
They're saying, hey, he's acting.
Kfar, that was genius. That was awesome. I'm sorry, I had to point that out because just all of a sudden out of nowhere, you just pop in with the fez and the red. Obviously, it's supposed to be the Moorish flag wrapped around you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That was great. Okay, Far, you're the man. Oh man, I love it. Oh man, Pack. Go back under the rock. Maybe you'll find some more crocodile eggs. I don't know, snake skins, whatever you guys got out there for food. Snake skins and crocodile eggs.
In regards to this more organization acts, but then on top of
Can I
that,
interrupt you,
yes, sir.
Mr. Starr? Let me interrupt you. I don't know why your client or Mr. Amadeo's client turned their video off, but this is
All right, guys. So I let that run for 5 minutes without really interrupting. I just wanted to hear their attorney, Mr. Starr. I believe it's the female the female Moors attorney, who basically admitted that they were Moors, but the court can't treat them like Moors because Moors are shitty. Sorry, Jennifer, for cussing. So basically, I'm the one who put in the Moorish definition from the Southern Poverty Law Center, just in case you guys didn't catch it. Basically, it's just an offshoot from the sovereign citizen movement. It got big in the 90s. To sum it up, they believe that the individual citizens hold sovereignty over the authority of the federal government and the state government, which is absolute nonsense. They are also going to be the first people who say the police and the government don't have any power over them, but be the first person to call when something goes down. That's just how the cookie crumbles for that. They don't want to take responsibility for their actions. They think they should just be able to willy-nilly do what they want and get away with it. You see this all the time with sovereign citizens in court. Normally it's over the license issue or the registering of your car. They try to put it in a trust or say, oh my Lord, what is it? There's some sort of dignitary from Morocco, even though Morocco's like, but they don't belong to us. I just wanted to butt in because it's been 5 minutes. But yeah, I have been adding a bunch of nonsense and probably will be adding a bunch more nonsense to Old Squishy Gardener's original video. They're normally just, here's the court case. There you go. I'm going to try to add a little bit more factual information.
One of the things that I wanted to say about that as well, because I haven't done a lot of court stuff myself. Also, I wanted to say hello to Anastasia Beaverhausen and Lisa White. Pose Raven. Oh, quote the Raven. Nevermore. Anyway, one of the things that I like about court footage, like actual court footage like that, and this is kind of like what Kfar is mentioning. I mean, he's not getting into this specifically, but that's why I'm saying it's related to it, is this idea like when you're using other people's content, there's copyright issues and stuff, and you have to break in a certain amount. But when it comes to like a town hall meeting video or a court video or whatever, that's released to the general public. That's like, you can just play it through. You know, you don't have to add commentary at all. So the fact that he is like, you know, a little extra, which is all good. And that's kind of what he's talking about with that. Anyway, let's get back to it, shall we?
When
this is the best we got with Zoom, so you can't elect to turn your video off during a hearing. Go ahead, sir.
I didn't turn my video off, Judge.
No, your client.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't know that.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Starr.
Where was I? Oh yes, but then on top of that, they don't They don't provide any type of substance, any type of materials, any type of literature or anything of that nature to show that, yes, this organization does act in this regard when it comes to law enforcement. This is an assumption. As I stated, as I cited in one of the cases, this is character evidence masquerading as, you know, one of the exceptions. This is purely character evidence, and if it were to be omitted, this would violate my client's due process right to a fair trial, because it shifts the focus from the events of that night to, well, what are their beliefs, right? What are their beliefs? Which again, plaintiffs are assuming their beliefs.
All right, Ms. Palaku or Ms. Tucker, anything to respond?
Your Honor, I would just indicate that my motion has absolutely nothing to do with a police. I'm not sure how to classify the organization, but that honestly, I believe they probably will bring that up themselves in trial. But that is not the focus of the argument. The argument is solely based upon that conduct that the police report was attached.
Okay. All right. And then since we have kind of argued that issue, I'm going to shift it now to Ms. Grady L. And again, there were two, I believe, there were two incidences in that question. So is there anything else you wish to comment there?
Your Honor, I'll just state the same thing, that the response to my motion did not provide any theory of the case or any explanation as to why this information would not be relevant. The people intend to utilize this information for the same purpose as previously stated, to show that there was an absence of mistake or confusion, and to show that there was the intention to obstruct the officers when going to that scene, and to rebut any argument from the defense to the contrary.
Okay. And Mr. Amadeo, any specific response for today's hearing?
Your Honor, you read a reply, and so did your staff, and I'll rest on that. I'll just add a couple things briefly. I don't know what the Attorney General means when there's no theory. This squarely rests on the Denson case. There's no striking similarity. In fact, the only similarity, Your Honor, is that my client's been a victim from 2 police agencies. I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
All right. So it's actually kind of hard for me to articulate exactly where I'm going with this. You're going to have to bear with me. In gross summary, I've reviewed all of the case law and the relevant rules of evidence and court rules on this issue. And so what the people are seeking to admit is evidence under MRE 404B that would allow a jury to hear prior criminal action or activity to essentially to show intent, absence of mistake or accident, or a system doing an act. It's somewhat limited to those purposes, and so I am cognizant both of Mr. Starr and Mr. Amadeo's arguments, but in looking at and that's why I was kind of trying to articulate the particulars of I guess the differences between the two. So the two defendants share one incident that the people are seeking to admit prior evidence on, that being the March 2019 incident, I believe, in the parking lot. And Mr. Amadeo, you bring up the question of striking similarity. And actually, I do find that there is striking similarity in what happened in that 2019 incident.
And just real quick, I wanted to throw in there for anyone who, if anyone isn't completely sure exactly what's going on right now, what they're specifically talking about is, and this is one of the things that I like to really harp about a lot, I talk about a lot with a lot of these court cases, like with Frauditors and sovereign citizens, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like when they get their dismissals or their wins or this and that, right? It's because if the judge isn't familiar with what these people are, what they do, and how this is standard daily normal stuff for them. If you take someone's video, like if somebody, well, all I did was walk in with the camera and all of a sudden everyone was mean to me and I don't understand why. And then you go back and look at all of their videos and see that they do this all the time, right? But a lot of time, the video where they're getting arrested is the only one that's admissible. All those other ones are inadmissible. But if they were, then the judge could look at them. And so basically what's happening at this point of this case is they're arguing whether or not some of the stuff they've done in the past could be admissible, just to establish a pattern of behavior. Like this wasn't just a one-time incident and sorry, shame on you, have a nice day, slap on the wrist, but trying to establish that this is a pattern of behavior, arguing with the judge whether or not that stuff should be considered admissible for this particular case.
As well as what is alleged in this case. I will note for the record that in the 2019 incident, there was a refusal on the part of the defendants to identify themselves, provide documentation. There was a refusal to cooperate with the police agency. Eerily similar family arriving and surrounding and videotaping the situation, and that allegedly in this case, in the current case, but what I believe was confirmed in the earlier case was the police had to act to not only break windows but physically remove the defendants. So
Old Squishy Gardner nailed it. Yep, sounds like typical Moore / South City behavior. Most of us are used to it, often ending with broken glass. So sovereign citizens, I haven't seen as much where they'll rush family to the scene, but Moors enjoy that nonsense for whatever reason. It happened, I believe, with the rise of the Moors case, where Moors from around the country swarmed the courthouse, trying to make it look like, oh yeah, these guys were right, the government's wrong. And I believe some stuff happened in the parking lot where an auditor on the brain, a Moor had something. I want to say his registration was bad or his plate was bad because, private.
Wait a minute, Kfar, your Freudian slip there wasn't that far off, because if you remember the specific event that you're about to talk about here, I know exactly what you're talking about. There were like 4 different people who have footage of it that they posted. One of them was Fake Mike Real News. He was there filming the idiots in the parking lot in the courthouse. He interviewed the interim leader now that their actual leader was in jail. So the Frauditors were there filming the Rise of the Moors guys during the incident you're talking about.
Person, I don't need to play. And the whole squad of Moors surrounded a few officers. All of them were recording. That's what they do. It's a form of intimidation, but for some reason they just can't get that through their head. I just read something earlier on the Southern Poverty Law Center. I don't really go to that page much, but it has some very good reading. If you go there and look up Moorish sovereign citizens, that's where I'm pulling all this information from. Yeah, there's a lot of El Bay quotes. There's a lot of, like I said, paper terrorism, violent confrontations with law enforcement. They retaliate through findings. They're going to put everything you own. Every single person in your family tree owes them money. They're morons, you could say. Yes, I said it. But yeah, I said it earlier. I'm going to say it again. Yes. No license, bad plate, bad registration. That seems to be the case in this. And they had to get their junk broken and dragged out of their car.
I do find that that the evidence for March 2019, that incident in the Walmart parking lot, is admissible under 404B. It is not the finding in my analysis of this that it is unduly prejudicial. I believe there are methods the defense can cure any potential undue prejudice with both jury instructions regarding the 404B evidence, as well as, yet to be determined examination and cross-examination of witnesses. So I believe that the defense has the mechanism to either cure or mitigate the potential for undue prejudice in this. So I will grant the people's motion as to both defendants on the 2019, I'm just going to call it the Walmart parking lot incident. The other interesting piece, though, is looking at Ms. Grady L's other instance. And so the people are seeking to admit evidence from a December 2019 high-speed chase. And while there are some similarities between the kind of the end result of that chase, I do find that under the Benson case that there is not a striking similarity, and that I am going to deny the people's motion as to that incident. So the ruling of the court, and so I will sign that order upon submission. Thank you.
Thank you, Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you. Well, hold on one second. Thank you, Your Honor.
Hold on one second.
Thanks.
Is this also a pretrial or just these motion hearings?
I thought it was also a pretrial.
I know. Hold on. I mean, before I let you go,
Yeah.
settle down. Let's get to my docket. All right, so we do have pre-trials in both of these matters. I will tell both counsel that so you understand this, that I don't have fingerprints in either case. And, we can't continue. I don't know if there's going to be a trial in this matter. I don't know if there's going to be a plea in this matter, but I'm going to order that the fingerprints be taken care of before the next event, whether it's another pretrial, a final pretrial, or whatever that is. Otherwise, I'm going to need to remand your clients to get those prints done. So I'm just reporting that to you. I'm not going to remand them. That's not my intention, but just so that you know that we have to have the fingerprints done. Okay.
And, Your Honor, I'll get on top of that, but I believe when I called the sheriff's department, they were done, denied the arrest. I think they've been done another time. If they're not in your file,
Mr. Amadeo, this is a bit of a head scratcher.
Yes, that is the Moorish flag. This is the thing. Oh, look at this. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Nikki Smallboy as a new member. What's up? You are now officially entered into the contest to win a free handmade voodoo doll and a copy of my book and everything else. And thank you so much. Thank you very much for the membership. I appreciate that. Let me add your name to the list right now. All right. And let's see. Now, what was I going to say? Because I saw, the Moorish flag. Yes, that is the Moorish flag behind them. That's one of the things that drives me nuts with the whole Moor thing is, and again, as we all know, the Moors, Quiet Lamb, up in the center with the red Moorish flag behind them. The Moors, we all know that Morocco actually is a real place, right? So they're using the Moroccan flag. That's part of the problem with these guys. In the same way that the Frauditors use real American law, right? Real laws to kind of twist and turn and cherry pick from to make their arguments. Same kind of thing with these guys, but they're taking things from American law and from Moroccan law, which isn't even. All right, real quick. I'm not going to get into all the specifics. If you guys want me to, maybe I'll do so in another video or whatever. But it's a long story. But basically, what it comes down to is their big argument that you'll always get from the Moors, more than anything else, all comes from an actual document, a real thing called the Treaty of Peace and Friendship between Morocco and the United States, which. And they will argue, and it is correct, that treaty has never officially been broken or gotten rid of in any way or gone against. But that's because the United States has never invaded Morocco. Morocco has never invaded the United States. Morocco is a real country. The United States is a real country, and they have a peace treaty that has to do more with, and this is where the whole maritime thing starts coming from. It had to do with the ports and trade going in between Morocco and the United States back then, and how the ports were dangerous, and making a peace treaty that 90% of it had to do with open trade on the sea between Morocco and the United States more than anything else. And somehow these idiots have turned it into the United States is Morocco, and we're all Moors, and we don't have to follow your United States law because the Treaty of Peace and Friendship says that you guys won't bother us. It's like, no, they're saying they won't bother Morocco, the country in Africa. Anyway, these people are so dumb.
It's true, but the fact is everybody gets fingerprinted when they're arrested, but somehow the fingerprints don't get attached to the court file, and we can't proceed without the fingerprints being appropriately attached. So there's a fingerprint order. They can either go get re-fingerprinted, or you can figure out a way to get the prints from the sheriff's department into the court file, and we can do it. So you believe me, you're not the only one to say that, but I'm just letting you know we don't have them. So that's kind of where we are. And
okay, so as everyone knows, booking is what I did. So me and my partner could fingerprint somebody. It was a 30-minute process. We could knock it out in 10 minutes. I was the fingerprint guy. I could fingerprint anybody. Yes, Old Squishy Gardener nailed it. It is super inefficient. Everyone has old machines. You scan their hand. It shoots all their information to, I want to say, state police, sheriff department, whatever. And eventually you will get an email back with all their information, their address, any phone numbers, their past address, any, people they're affiliated with, any names they used to go by, and then their entire comprehensive criminal history. But sometimes you never get that email. When I was at work, we would wait hours, we could wait weeks, we could wait days. It was just, they got there when they got there. Normally it was instantaneous, but sometimes it took a minute. So I do feel for this judge who's like, it should be there, but it's not. Like I said, it takes 10 minutes if somebody's well-trained. The Moors could go in, knock it out. They're not getting rebooked. They're just going in for fingerprints. It's not even a 10-minute thing. It's like a 3-minute thing if they have 10 fingers. So there's that.
So I'm not going to set another event for next week. I'm not saying I'm going to remand your clients in a week, but what I'm just saying is we got to get that done. So what do you think, counsel, that the next step in this trial is? These are 21 cases. So we're at pretrial status, but my next step would be to set a final pretrial and a trial date. So is that where we are, or is there further activity that needs to happen?
We have some motions to file, Your Honor, but we could certainly do that before whatever your trial date is and get a date from your court. If we want to set a trial date for maybe March, I don't know what your docket is, Judge.
I mean, I don't know if March is kind of a random and arbitrary month, but it would certainly be in 2023. So January is a civil month, so it's as likely as not we might set we could set a trial date for late February, early March. That's fine. We'll do a final pretrial end of January, early February. Any motions obviously would need to be filed and heard on or before that final pretrial date. Okay.
And then, Your Honor, I just wanted to put the offers on the record if I could.
Sure, go ahead.
So I just got these offers, so I just emailed them to both defense counsels just like a moment before the hearing started. So they have not had time to process them or anything. But I just wanted to make sure that they were on the record. As for Mrs. Shatina Grady L, the offer for her is to plead to count 1, which is the R&O causing injury, and we would dismiss the remaining counts. I believe her guidelines would be 12 to 24. We would leave the sentencing in the court's discretion. As to Mr. Grady L, the offer would be to plead to a reduced count 1 to an attempted R&O, which would be a 1-year misdemeanor, and we would dismiss the remaining charge. And we again leave sentencing in the court's discretion.
Okay. Counsel, you heard that, and you'll have a chance to discuss that with your clients, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Yeah, I
All right.
received the prosecutor's email on that.
All right. So let's go ahead and set a final pretrial date for toward the end of January.
Let's do January 30th for final pretrial.
Okay, and then trial date would be end of February, early March kind of thing.
We could do February 27th or March 6th.
March 6th will work better.
All right.
Could we go
March
1 week further? I'm in trial on March 6th and February 27th, Your
Is
Honor.
that
I
pretty much it,
apologize.
K-Far?
But
Okay.
March
Anything
All right,
else
13th.
so
happen?
the next one would be 13th, March 13th.
Looks like they're
How does that
wrapping
work?
this up.
that works for me, Judge, if that's acceptable.
Yeah, it looks like that's pretty much it for that one. I just thought it was interesting. It's always interesting to see the Moors in court because they're just so the Moors. Yeah, and they're Florida Jim, what's up? Good to see you. Now, for those of you who didn't know, you guys always talk about because on my Saturday show, right? It's always me and Frauditor News Network with a guest, and we watch videos and make fun of people. So a lot of people have been saying Unclean Hands is always in your chat. He never goes live. Why don't you ask him, see if he'll do it? Here's the thing. A lot of you guys might not realize this. He actually went on Vegas Valley's channel and did a live. I'll show you. I got it right here. You guys aren't going to believe this. You see Unclean Hands talking to Vegas Valley. You'd never think that that was a thing. But yeah, I got it. I got the footage right here. I apologize if, if you didn't want me to show this unclean, I'm sorry. I have to. I'm more of a journalist than a frauder, so I have to cover the breaking news stories. And this debate you had with Vegas Valley absolutely is breaking news, and it has to be covered. Dag nabbit.
Vegas Valley, Chihuahua. I agreed to the debate, and now we're going to start, and we're going to see what Joy wants to talk about. So why don't you get this started, Joy? Good to have you here. Let's get this thing rolling. Wow, I just don't know what to say. Well, I want to thank you for all the glowing compliments. I'm glad you think I'm doing a good job. And now I think we'll end the stream. Appreciate you very much. Thanks for coming up. Love you all. Bye.
Oh, Unclean Hands. You are the best, brother. That was so cool. Uncle Artie's like, wait a minute, that dog has a good point. Sounds about right. Yep. KT said, what's up? Oh man. Graham, what's up? Oh goodness. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yeah, see Unclean Hands, man. That was awesome. That was awesome. I like the little comedy breaks in between. That was perfect. Now let's see, where are we going from here? All right, so that's the KFAR deal we just did. Once again, my Saturday night partner, a Frauditor News Network, posted a new video, so of course I wanted to show that here. KT said, it's like, I trust the dog. I love it. It's not just the video, it's the reactions from you guys. It's awesome. Anyone who's not subscribed to Unclean Hands, definitely get in there and drop that subscribe button. Same thing with KFAR and Leland. Anybody here that's a creator, drop your links, dag nabbit. Y'all know that I don't mind. Y'all have my permission to do that. Advertise yourself on my channel, no problem. See, that's one of the things that there's a couple things about being in the morning that does kind of give me a little bit of a disadvantage, because there's certain people who just aren't available in the mornings. They're always at work or sleeping or whatever they're doing. One of them, is Jennifer Klein. And I mention her because when she's in your chat room, if she supports your channel, she's going to be dropping the links and keeping everything going. And I mean, she's great. I mean, she's basically a producer for your channel just by giving her a wrench. All of a sudden, bam, she knows what she's doing. She's like an expert at it. You don't even have to ask her to drop links. She just boom, 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 boom. She knows exactly what she's doing. It's great stuff. Anyway, let's get into the next video. We're going to show so that we can see stupidity. I don't know. Hey, look, it's Tuesday. It's Valentine's Day. It's early. I'm in a good mood. We're having fun, Dagnabbit. But which one is the... Yeah, here we go. The Frauditor News Network. Yeah.
Evening. This is a mention of unbelievability. It is an area we call the Frauditor Zone. In today's episode, 2 frauditors get trespassed from the Department of Health and illegally are.
Okay, we're here at San Juan County Public Health. Might get spicy in here. Let's see what the time says on this front door before I go in. I want to make sure I'm violating their freaking rule. Like, oh, we've only got 9 minutes. Or wait, where are the hours? It's 1 to 4 p.m. Are there any? Let me check this out. I don't see any hours. I do not have a rash.
Hello, everyone. Here we have Frickin' Frack, also known as Press for Transparency and Four Corner Auditing, who have decided to audit the public health building in Farmington, New Mexico, where they will eventually get trespassed and extremely butthurt. So let's see what these fools are doing there.
Hello.
Excuse me, can I help you?
Perhaps. How's it going?
Not bad.
It's fill records requests here.
We do.
Do you have records for birth certificates?
Yeah, you can have a form and take it to Santa Fe and fill out for a death certificate, but we don't actually print them here.
Okay. What about for records of like email communities of public employees?
No, sir, that's all through Santa Fe.
Oh yeah. Is Santa Fe like the oversight?
Yes, sir.
This office?
Yes, sir. Department of Public Health.
Okay.
And so that's all run out of either Albuquerque or Santa Fe. Santa Fe is the main office, but Albuquerque is part of our Northwest Territories.
Okay. Could I see what?
You don't take pictures of labels or anything. This is very sensitive patient information
Okay.
areas. So.
Oh, it is?
Oh, okay, gotcha. So then when
Okay.
it goes back to that, you can.
You have sensitive information just sitting on the
Yeah,
desk?
We're working on a UPS thing, but it does have a shipping label on it. You can
Okay.
contact UPS if you'd like to see that
Okay.
label.
All right. Could I inspect your records request form?
According to the video description, Frickin' Frack will encounter bossy public employees. This tyrant must be one of them. So to avoid traumatizing anyone from this bossy employee's polite and professional answers to all the frauditors' stupid questions, I'm going to speed it up a bit.
For birth certificates?
Yeah, the form, yes. It's down here. Come on down here.
Okay.
death is all we do here. So this is either or.
Okay, real quick, I just wanted to say, because I appreciate it so much, and like this morning, I woke up, I was a little salty, and whatever, it's I get too much into my personal stuff, what's going on, blah blah blah, whatever. But it's Valentine's Day, but now it's all good because I just got a text from my daughter, and yes, that's a good girl right there. Love you too. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I'm sorry, it's just that just made me feel good to get that text from my daughter because, she's up in Wisconsin right now. So, if any of you are a parent, you should know and understand exactly why that made me so happy just now. That I even wanted to share it with you guys. So here we go.
Well, no, this one for birth. So this is for to request the death certificate. The birth certificate. And death we don't issue here. You have to mail them to sign it.
Okay.
Can I get one of those two? Sure.
You can have mine. You can look at mine if you want. I'm not going to take it. I just want to look at it. Do you have any contact information for the people in Santa Fe?
Yes, I can get. Can you give me some? We do. We have with their address and their phone number.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
I'll take one of those. Thank you.
See what?
And everything's on the Department of Health's website, so all the contact information is located right there.
Uh-huh. Okay, so if I go to this website, am I going to find an email address for contacting?
Yes, sir. It says right at the bottom of the website, contact information. So you hit that link and it brings up all the contacts. So it would have all the phone numbers, emails of all the division heads. And
okay, thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that. I appreciate you.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Can you tell me what kind of services you provide here besides birth certificates and death certificates?
Yes, sir. So we do immunizations, childhood immunizations, some adult immunizations without insurance. So if you didn't have insurance, this would be the place to come if you needed, let's say, a polio shot or something like that. We offer STD testing and treatment. So lots of STDs in San Juan County. Very, very high in San Juan County. So we do offer both testing and treatment. We also do family planning, testing alternatives as well. You can get any kind of family planning, such as a pill, Depo, that kind of stuff. So,
do you offer any water testing services?
We do not. That is done through, I believe, Envirotech for the county at the moment. So that is a county issue versus a state issue here, or through the Department of Health. So it's done through the county.
Okay. Is there a county office here in Farmington?
I believe there is, and I think that's over on Miller Street, or not Miller Street, that bypass. I'm not familiar with the name of that road, but it's kind of over there in that county hub, just right over there.
Right. How about septic system installations? Do you...
That's not done through the Department of Health.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to clarify something. I had to pause it for a second because this level of tyranny from this horrible, rotten, no good, despicable public servant having the audacity to treat this poor, sweet, innocent, citizen-free American the way he's treating this guy. I don't know if I can take it anymore. It's so horrible. It's so atrocious. Oh my God. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh man, he couldn't be sweeter or nicer or more helpful. Oh man. And of course the frauditors spins.
Pretty much here what we're doing is focus on community health.
Yeah. Do you have to make a certain amount of, like under a certain amount of money in order to qualify for services?
No, sir. STD treatment is typically done as a community outreach program. So a lot of that is just us trying to keep the community healthy and safe.
Right. Do you offer birth control here?
We do.
What kind of?
That's under family planning, birth control, and testing. So if you pregnancy test, any of that kind of stuff. So.
Okay. Is that part of your division? Or?
It is. Yes.
Oh, okay.
This whole building is mine.
Oh, okay.
You guys have
their CIB here? I'm sorry, for CIB, certificate of income, is that, you guys assist with all that? No, we do not. That's all done through IHS or through the Navajo Nation or whatever tribe you'd be affiliated with. We don't have, that's a sovereign nation. We don't really have any. We do birth certificates, yes, sir, and we do requests for death certificates as well. Appreciate it. Yeah. My name is Scott Menard, and I'm the nurse manager here. Appreciate it, Scott. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Appreciate the info.
Whew, okay, it's over. Sorry to have subjected you to that bossy public employee, but it's not over yet, so buckle yourself in. You know how tyrannical these public employees can be.
I asked you nicely, and we cannot have the video playing in the building. Please.
Can you tell me what services you offer here, please?
Sure, we offer services. There's a brochure right up front. You may get that. But you must turn off your videos and you must leave the building.
What is your job title here, and what's your name?
Would you please leave the building? We've asked you several times. We've asked you nicely.
What is it? Are you guys still open?
We are open and you're welcome to, if you'd like services, we're welcome to help you with that, but you just can't have the video going. We don't want to be on your videos and neither do our participants, so please turn the video off.
Wow, this is worse than I thought. I just want to take a moment to apologize in advance for this horribly bossy lady acting like a terrible tyrant. I hope you don't have nightmares later. I apologize profusely if you do.
If you need more information, we can give you our Santa Fe contact. Would you like that? I'm happy to call him now for you.
Do you mind just telling me your job title
No,
and what
I sure will.
your name
Thank
is?
you.
She just took off. I don't even know who she was. I didn't know what her name or job title was. Or if what she even does here. Or if she's even authorized to tell me to leave.
Her first name is Nunya, and her last name is Bidnick.
What does
What's
WIC
up,
stand for?
Miss Mandy?
Is that the first bossy employee coming back to torment us even more?
Oh, the humanity!
What does WIC stand for?
Services for kids.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Hold on. If this doesn't prove without a shadow of a doubt 100% that these guys are not journalists. You're doing a story, first of all, on a WIC office? Just that you're going into a WIC office to do it alone in and of itself is insane. But the journalist who's doing a story on the WIC office doesn't even know what WIC stands for? What? And we're supposed to believe that you're an independent journalist working on you don't even know what you're looking at. You literally do not even know the building you're in. It's a WIC building. You don't even know what that means. Man, these people just keep getting dumber and 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 dumber.
Did you see him call?
I did.
Why is that?
Because you're an idiot.
We've been very accommodating. We've been very nice. We,
Mhm.
You guys have business cards, and I'm going to send those to our state office.
Oh, you haven't even told me your name.
Yes. Do you have business cards for yourselves? Or your names or anything since you're visiting us?
Four corner auditing.
Your four corner what?
Auditing.
Four corner auditing. Okay, thank you.
The police officers, they know who I am. Okay.
Well, what?
That's a restricted area. This is where we examine rooms and where we see patients and stuff like that. So please, really, you shouldn't be filming back there to begin with. So.
Okay. So are you just saying the entire lobby is a secure area, or what do you
think?
think?
I said that. I didn't have a problem when you guys were over there walking around. I just feel like we've been super accommodating. We've been trying to be nice. She asked me not to film her specifically, and that wasn't good enough. So now we have to escalate it. We didn't want to. We tried to be accommodating and nice.
We didn't escalate nothing.
Yeah, when she asked you to stop filming her, she has that right and she has that respect.
Now, real quick, I know this has nothing to do with her watching. I just saw this comment. And that is a really interesting thing if you think about it, the way the world has changed in the last 15, 20 years to where somebody who's on probation and has to get a job gets a job working in a weed dispensary. Like 15 years ago, that would be, I mean, I think there's a Cheech and Chong movie about that, where they have to deliver the weed in the truck, and that's the job that they get after getting out of court. Like, but now that there's places where it's legal, it's just the irony of it, especially growing up in a world where if you had one tiny little joint on you, you could get 10 years. And now it's like, you go to your probation officer, did you get a job? Yeah, what are you doing? I'm delivering weed to people. Like, it is kind of insane the way things are going now compared to, you know, how I grew up. Like, that was so illegal. And now it's just like, oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, Uncle Hardy's like, no, the van was the weed. Yeah, I know. That's what I got away with it. How long have you guys been in Mexico? A week, a day? Well, which is it? A weekday.
If you're not to respect her and respect her right, I am. I completely did everything you asked me for. That's not respecting you? I'm sorry? I didn't hear you.
This is a public place.
Do you understand you're an idiot?
What are your hours of operation here?
8 to 5.
8 to 5. Okay, so it's not quite 5 o'clock. Just want to be
Are you
clear.
here for business? That's the question you're being asked. Are you here for business?
Yes, I am.
Okay, what would you like? Did you need family planning, STD testing? Do you need what services?
Did that bossy employee just ask if he needed STD services?
Oh, oh no, she didn't. Oh, yes, she did. No, she didn't. Yes, she did. No, she didn't. Yes, she did, Peter. I just saw it. All right, take it easy.
We're happy to help you with that. But other than that, you must leave. If you're not getting services, you must leave. You may not be filming in this building because of HIPAA violations.
HIPAA?
Multiple times.
Here we go. So here's who you need to contact. There's David Barr. And you may direct any information you need to this lady right here. I did send him your information. And so you can just email her and get any information you
No,
need.
I'm not. We're 6 feet apart.
Okay, there you go.
Well, you got a tape?
Yeah, I'm familiar with HIPAA. Do you know what HIPAA stands for, sir?
Here you go.
What does HIPAA
How's
stand
that?
for?
You may leave the building or you will be, we can escort you with the police.
What does HIPAA stand for? I'm not familiar with that. Can you tell me what that acronym stands for? Do you know what that acronym stands for? I'm just curious what that means because you're quoting something. I don't know what that is.
Well, frick, or frack, I can't tell you two apart. It stands for
Get the fuck out!
What does HIPAA stand for? So one of you guys said HIPAA. You said HIPAA, didn't you?
I haven't spoken to you.
Hey, what's up, Nikki Red?
Ma'am, can I get your name?
Can I get your name?
What corner auditing?
And where do you work?
I'm not going to answer that.
I don't have to answer that either.
I don't work. That's the answer.
Who does what? And, you know,
I've been very accommodating. I gave you all those services that we offer. But you don't necessarily need to know individual employees' names.
you guys are public employees.
I work for the state.
When asked by the public.
If you're here for services, I will. You need an STD exam?
What?
An STD exam?
Did I ask for one?
No?
What? So why are you saying we're not allowed to record in here?
Because you're
I
not.
never said you weren't allowed to record in here. What I said was you shouldn't be recording employees.
Employees?
Yeah, and we've been very accommodating again. We've been super accommodating. to you
They've
guys.
been so nice.
Well, there's case law that protects journalists who record public officials in the course of their duties. Are you,
Well, then
are you aware of that?
bring me a journalist and
I'm
we'll
a
talk
journalist,
about it.
yeah.
No, you're not. I don't know about you, but I cannot take another minute of this bossy public employee politely answering frickin' Frack's questions while they wait for the police to show up. So I'm going to skip ahead to when the officer finally shows up. Now gear up, guys and gals. This is what a real tyrant does. Watch at your own risk.
Yes.
How you doing, officer? How's it going?
Hey. Hello.
I'm Officer Grant, Farmington Police Department. How are you gentlemen doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. So what's going on today?
Oh, we're just visiting our public facility here.
Okay.
How about yourself?
Oh, it's working. That's just another gloves.
Gloving up, huh?
Okay. So are you wanting them not on your property?
No, I don't care if they're on their property. I've been super accommodating. You can watch all their video, and I've answered all their questions, tried to be cordial.
Okay.
And we've asked them to leave. There's patients in here, sensitive patient information, and they're on the outside. We typically do start offering curbside services at 4. So between 4 and 5, we typically lock the door and offer services. I let them know that, and they're still refusing to leave.
Okay, so do you want them to leave the property or, because kind of
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you no longer want them on.
Correct.
Okay. So, did you guys hear that from this gentleman? So we no longer want you guys on the property, okay? Are you wanting them trespass from the property?
No, if they're willing to leave on their terms, that's fine. I just don't need the interruption at the moment. We're trying to conduct business here for our community.
Okay. Is that understandable, gentlemen?
What law have we broken here?
So basically right now, there's a trespassing law in the city of Farmington, which basically means if you were asked by an employee to leave the property and refused to, you were technically trespassing at that point. Okay. So, and that's either an arrestable offense or it can be a citation. Another option we can go, if he elects to, is we can fill out a trespass form, which either has you guys trespass for 6 months or 12 months, and that's up to this gentleman here on how long the trespass.
All right, you gonna give us a warning?
I'm sorry?
Are you gonna give us a warning?
Well, it sounds like this gentleman says, if you guys just want to leave under your own power, then by all means, I would much rather have that than have to take people to jail. If that's something we are willing to do. But if we continue to stay on the property after this gentleman has kindly asked you to leave, then we'll get to the point where it's either going to be a citation or we can go to jail. Does that make sense?
Nope.
Doesn't make sense? Okay. So what's not making sense?
Okay, I don't want to film this lady.
Let me test you real quick.
Okay.
What's the 5 elements under the First Amendment?
I'm sorry?
What's the 5 elements under the First Amendment?
Okay, so why are we asking about amendment stuff?
Do you understand that we have civil rights on this public property here? This is a
Okay.
public facility.
And I understand that, but it gets to the point where the people who work here, when stuff like this is going on and they no longer want, then that's totally their decision. And at that point, that's why we have the trespassing laws in place. Because when stuff like this is going on and they're not leaving when they are being asked to kindly, then that's when we have to step in.
You don't know civil rights.
So that's why we got called, because they no longer want you guys on the property.
Because you guys, their feelings got hurt. That's the reason why you're called. We didn't break no law. We're not committing no crime. That's, you guys are law officers. You guys should know better than this.
Okay.
What's the 5 elements?
Of what?
The First Amendment.
Why? What does it first?
Because that's what, we have the First Amendment right to be here. So please don't interfere with our First Amendment rights to be here.
Okay. So all I'm saying right now is we're trespassing because this gentleman has kindly asked you to leave the property and now we're not leaving the property. So this is the crime I'm here investigating.
So you're saying trespassing right now, right?
Correct.
All right.
Yes.
All right. That's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear.
Okay, are you familiar with Title 42, Section 1983, deprivation of rights?
That's
That's a federal law that prohibits you from depriving us of our rights.
What right is possibly being violated here? The right to film in public? Guess what? No one is stopping you from filming. You are free to film anything your eyes can see as you head out the freaking door, and then you can film anything your eyes can see from the other side of the door. So what is your problem?
So
this is why
that's
she's
on
my
you. If you
co-host
make
on
us
Saturday.
leave without us
She's
breaking
awesome.
any laws, you are in violation. You are in violation of Title 42, Section 1983, deprivation of rights under color of law. You are a state actor, correct? You work for Farmington Police Department?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so you are acting under color of law in violation of clearly established law. That's the First Amendment. And we have the freedom of press. We are the press. We're independent journalists here, and you now know that
No, you're
because we're
not.
telling you.
Glad you said that, Frick. Or Frack, whoever you are. Not even the real press have rights to film whatever they want, whenever they want. That's why they have to contact the public information officer and make an appointment. So if you want to be treated like the real press, then act like the real press and get out and make an appointment. Again, I don't see what the problem is.
And so
we haven't broken no law, we haven't committed no crime, and you're a law officer?
And I love the fact that he says, we're press, and you know we are because we just told you we are. Like, again, by their mentality, it's like I could just rob a bank. And if the cops say you're under arrest, I could say, no, I'm not. And since I said I'm not. So let me just go about my business. Like, how is their word automatically the law of the land and controls the universe? Oh, my goodness.
It's not a feeling.
Well, I think, like I said, trespassing against the law.
Because they felt they had to call you guys, and now you're going by their feelings.
Because they have asked you guys to leave, and you guys are refusing to leave.
I'm not
So that
refusing.
is trespassing.
We have the right to be here.
Okay.
What's your first name, E?
Ethan.
Ethan.
Yes, sir. That's me.
Okay, we have the right to be here, and you're asking us to leave, correct?
Because they no longer want you on the business.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
But you are in violation of the law here, not
Okay.
us. And we're gonna file complaints on you too,
Okay.
because you are violating your oath. Did you take an oath to protect and uphold the
I
Constitution?
did, yes.
Okay, now you're in violation of that,
Okay.
in violation of clearly established law. And you are chilling our First Amendment rights. Do you understand what that means?
You're gonna get a complaint too, you understand? Okay. For violating our rights? Yes.
Okay, bye-bye.
And this officer here thinks he knows the law. He's going by feelings. Feelings officer.
Feelings police, enforcing feelings.
Yeah. Go ahead. You guys want to say something?
Yes, please.
You both want one?
Yes.
I mean, come here, you should go educate yourself on the First Amendment, so you don't be writing other people. You guys don't know your job. You guys go through all this training. The last thing they train you is on the First Amendment. Then you guys give you a bad detail. You guys
For you. Okay. Ethan.
Yes, sir.
You violated our rights today. I suppose you're used to that, huh?
yeah,
This is what you do on a regular basis?
You know Jay Prince, right? Sorry? You know Jay Prince? Jay Prince?
Yes.
Same attitude. Unprofessional. Doesn't know the law. Goes by feelings.
You just enforced feelings, Ethan. That's not what police, that's what not what law enforcement are supposed to be doing.
So frickin' Frack's feelings were freaking hurt because the officer wasn't the feelings police and didn't let them film for their YouTube video. So can you guess what happens next? That's right, frickin' Frack go to the police department to file a complaint. Surprise, surprise.
How you doing, Liz?
So, yeah, go ahead and explain. Hey, my name is Adam. Just here to get a complaint form
Okay,
for a police officer.
okay, that's fine. So we have our complaint forms right here. It's gonna be that blue form.
Okay.
Okay,
And
and were you wanting to fill it out now, or were you wanting to come back in?
I want to fill it out right now.
Okay, that's fine. So if you want to grab that form, we have pens out here.
Okay. You know who,
Are you wanting a copy of that report?
I think we got the incident number.
Okay.
And, you know, we were filling down in the public health building.
Okay.
Down by the general attorney's office. And they called the police on us just for, you know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And you know that's wrong when they do that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why we want to file a complaint. I don't know why the First Amendment training is not being taught. I've been around for what, a year now?
Yeah.
And I guess I'm being lied to about the First Amendment training because he doesn't know nothing about the filming in public, so he trespassed us and he explained my feelings is what we did.
Okay.
So then he came down and he tried to trespass us. So that's why we're gonna fill out a complaint on.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. If you guys want to go ahead and grab the form, and then
Are you taking off at 5?
yeah, we close at 5. I can go ahead and wait around a couple of minutes if you guys are wanting to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna fill it out right now. So, yeah, if you wouldn't mind, just
So fill it out.
And then go ahead and
Then fill it out. Lady has to go. They're closing.
Black bar.
yeah, right here.
Yeah. And then
Talk about wasting time.
Okay, thank you.
Wasting resources. Oh
Are you
man,
guys
that's
ready?
all these guys do.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll bring mine back in.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. I do have to leave here in a couple of minutes. I have a class to get to after work.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're okay.
Is there no First Amendment training at all here?
I'm sorry?
Is there no First Amendment training at all?
No person.
First Amendment training?
So, the state building over there has to do their own training. We can't go over there and train their people, unfortunately. But for the most part.
What is that? Like seriously, like in a situation like this, and so many hundreds of these videos, what's the training? What do they want to? Because they're saying you guys need First Amendment training. So if they did that, if they actually sat the police down and retrained them on the Constitution, and then they all passed with all straight A's, and they memorized the Constitution, every article, every amendment, the whole thing. We're able to recite it back and forth at the back of their hand, inside and out. And then they walk into a building, and somebody who works in the building says, I asked these guys to leave, and they won't leave. You're still going to get trespassed. Like, what do they want? What? He trespassed me. You got to reschedule your training. You got to get more First Amendment training. How's that going to stop them from trespassing you when you're trespassing? Like, they don't understand anything because they're idiots. Like, basically what they're trying to do in this type of situation is to repeal trespassing laws. That's what you want to do, which would be insane because then anyone could go anywhere. I could go into your house. Well, that's different. It's trespassing. It's trespassing. Yeah, but trespassing doesn't count on a public place. What are you talking about? It's not a park. It's not a street corner. And then even then, there's such things as loitering. Oh, these guys are so stupid.
For our office, they should have been attending the training. I know we have had breaks.
Thank you. Thanks for your patience. All right, guys, we know where this complaint's going to go. It's going to go in the trash can.
Well, that's not true at all. It's going to make its rounds to everyone that works there who will laugh at what idiots those two morons are, and then it will go in the trash. Get it right. This video was originally over an hour long. Imagine all the dead air, boring banter, and other crap I had to painfully edit out to bring you this condensed version. So for all the trolls and lenslickers out there who claim that the frauditors do more work on the video than I do, here is the wise words from my friend Hezokuai, who put it better than I could ever put it. For today's Frauditor Fatigue Cooldown segment, since Valentine's Day is tomorrow, I thought it might be nice to present some cute kissers in the animal world.
Nice. All right. See, ladies and gentlemen, for any of you who are not aware, I have a new show that I do every Saturday at 5 Eastern. Me and my guest host is Frauditor News Network. And if you didn't know who she is, these are pigs. But, this video that we just saw is one of her videos. You see her sense of humor, and she even quoted me at the end. So she's my co-host on my Saturday show. Definitely join us every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern. As far as this week's episode, I actually don't have our guest confirmed yet. So some of you that are in this chat right now might actually get invited. Right, KFAR, we'd definitely love to have you. Drop me an email if you'll be available this Saturday. Tones is in the house. If you'd be available to come on the stream on Saturday, that would be wonderful. Drop me an email, let me know. Anyone who'd like to be on the Saturday night show with me and Frauditor News Network, let me know. I always have a couple different people lined up. Doc Danger said that he'd be able to do it. Let's see. We could use some tyranny in this country to put these guys down. Yeah, right. Uncle Artie's Bar of Gorilla Stupidity. You want to be on this Saturday? Well, we'll see. Like I said, because originally, for those of you who don't know or if you don't remember, originally I had Witch of Hearts scheduled for last week, but she was in the hospital, so she couldn't come. So at the last minute, I was able to get Script Cat, and then so now I'm trying to juggle. Oh no, another entry for Pug. Back. He's entering this kind of times. He's probably. It'll actually be extremely hilarious and ironic in a weird way if he doesn't win something, because he's got so many entries. It's insane. His name is so much. I have to start a new list just for his name. KFAR might be available. Well, let me know, because that's sort of what I'm getting at. Is I like to schedule my Saturday shows ahead of time, so that I could promote it, spend a couple days promoting it and getting ready. But we'll see. Like I said, I got a lot of people on deck. Obviously, Uncle Artie wants to be in there. And who knows? We'll see what happens. Over here, I might be down for joining you guys. And that's something that, again, this show is going to be every Saturday from now on. So, anyone, if any of you guys are interested, email me, let me know. If you can't do this Saturday, but you're interested in doing the show, maybe we could schedule for a different Saturday in the future. Because, like I said, I'm going to be doing it. But this is beautiful. I love the way she ends her videos with the Frauditor cooldown. Frauditors Anonymous 5555555FU from the Frauditor News Network. Yes, thanks for watching. Anyway, we could have puppies as the guests. That'd be great. I'm late, but I made it. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, everyone. Love you guys so much. Glad to have you all here on this wonderful Valentine's Day morning. It looks like I love you guys. I love the support I get from you guys. This is great stuff. like I said, here, let me drop my email in the link again. It's okay at gmail.com. All right. So, as far as the Saturday night show, like I said, I haven't confirmed. I've already asked a couple people, so if I get a confirmation later, but I haven't confirmed this Saturday's guest yet. So anyone who's would actually like to be on the show, let me know. And then again, even if you can't do this Saturday, that's fine. Just let me know, and I can schedule for a future episode, and we could set it all up ahead of time. I would kind of like to get like a few weeks in advance, you know, finalized so that I can start as soon as like the show's over on Saturday night. Boom, put up the promo stuff for next week's show, because it is every Saturday night. Me and Frauditor News Network with a guest watching Frauditor videos, making fun of them all. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the raffle for the Voodoo doll and the book and the cards is coming up all this month. Any kind of support for the channel, any donations, any super chats, anything at all, in any amount, automatically gets you entered to win one of those. I'm a co-host, not a guest. Uncle Artie's like, no, I don't count as a guest. Here's the thing. Because I might as well lay it out because it's only been 2 episodes. So I want to make sure that everyone understands, because I don't want anyone who, like you, Uncle Artie. Here's the thing. The idea behind the show is because I see so many of these open panel discussions that kind of like end up falling apart. I mean, they're different, right? I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to have the open panel shows. But what I'm saying is I was trying to look at this more like an old school late night talk show thing, like the kind I grew up with. Like you have a guest, you have your host, your co-host, you have your guest, and you go over the videos and you watch them, and we go over them live and analyze them together, with the guest. And, I mean, just make it a thing, like a special person every week. Like tonight it's so-and-so. And then the next week tonight it's so, like, I don't know. I'm just, it's only the 2nd episode. It's going to be the 3rd episode this Saturday. I'm still figuring out what the show is myself. But so far, the first 2 episodes were fantastic. The first episode was just me and Frauditor News Network. The second was me and Frauditor News with Script Cat. And then it's set in stone that Frauditor News Network is going to be with me every week. Uncle Artie says, I'm going to be your co-host whether you like it or not. Rash, nasty infection, rash. You should have said rash. Uncle Artie's great. Love Uncle Artie. Yeah, see, you like the idea. See, that's the thing. I'm trying to make it a thing. I've already offered to come on. Of course, Doc Danger. Like, that's the thing. You're on my short list. But the problem is, and it's not really a problem. I mean, obviously, what I have to do is I have to like really start talking more in email and getting these things set in stone, because the problem is I don't want to, like, hey, would you be on the show? Yeah, no problem. And then not to say anything against you or anybody, but just in general, right? As soon as I create Uncle Artie, I'm going along with the gag. Obviously, I know that you know that I know that I know that you know that I know. Listen, Norton, I know that you know that I know that you know that I know that you know that you know that I know. Anyway, I could always add some pizzazz as a guest. Oh, dude. Anyway. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Oh, no. Yeah. Bad. Yeah. Thanks, Tones. Anyway, the idea is, again, with the Saturday show and all that, is that, like, we could talk and you could say, oh, yeah, I'll be on, and that's great. Perfect. Wonderful. But as soon as I put the promotional materials together, and publish the promo videos, then it's set in stone. And I don't want to do that until I know, like, hey, dude, I'm going to be there on Saturday and we're going to do this. Cool. Done. Locked in. Perfect. Not just a verbal, hey, would you like to be on my show? Yeah, cool. All right. No problem. And then I start scheduling stuff, and basing it on that. Not that I don't trust anybody or that I don't think anyone's not going to show up or whatever, but because I don't want to assume anyone else's schedule, right? In other words, if I schedule something on my end involving someone else, like I don't want to just assume that I can control what they're doing on Saturday night, right? So that's what it is. It's just about like you letting me know, all right, listen, here's the day, here's the date, here's the time, I'll be there, locked in, boom. And then it's set in stone. It's a fact that's gonna happen. That being said, it looks like Doc Danger might actually be my guest this Saturday night. Well, I'll talk to you in email. I'll talk to anybody and everybody. And like I said, I want to try and get this now that because this is going to be only the third episode. It was the first two were kind of a test run. Now it's absolutely, the show itself is set in stone. It's going to be every Saturday at 5 Eastern, no matter what. So now I want to start scheduling like the next few weeks, maybe months in advance, and okay, this person on this day, this person on this day, and boom, 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 and make it all formal and legit and blah, blah, blah. So all that being said, thank you guys all once again. Happy Valentine's Day for everybody. Maybe we could do a double thing with Uncle Artie and Doc Danger. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it all out. It'll all be good. It's nothing but fun and love and all good vibes here on my channel. We're all about just having a good time and having some fun. Yes. Oh no, yeah, absolutely. If somebody, I'll tell you something, Tones. If I'm not trying to be like a dick about it. I'm trying to be open and nice about it. And if somebody can't show up, obviously I know they can't show up, right? But that's the other thing too. That's kind of like with somebody like Uncle Artie, right? I consider him to be someone that I know if I get somebody who pulls out at the last minute. Well, just last week, that's exactly what happened. I was going to have Witch of Hearts. She ended up having to go to the hospital. So boom, I got Script Cat, and she showed up. So yeah, there's always certain people that I have that I can, that I could use. But yeah, maybe that's what we'll end up doing. Like I says, guys, keep contact me and email and we'll set it up. We'll see what we need to set up for this Saturday. But either way, right now I'm going to wrap it up for the day. I got some other stuff to go. I got a couple more voiceovers I got to do for Graham. I'm going to be on the Graham and Bob show. I got to finish on working some stuff that I'm going to do for him. So until then, here's the Elvis Gnome. And he's saying goodbye by saying, oh, yeah, I'm all shook up.